ECM here bringing you another video. This one going to be my tournament record for the PAX Arena Invitational at PAX East this last weekend. So, it was an invitational featuring myself, Zero, Dabuz, Anti, Larry Lur, Pugwest, Mars, and Pinkfresh, and it was just a double elimination bracket for $5,000. And it was a really fun time because first off, I got to go to PAX for free because they flew us out and they gave us badges, which was super dope, and also paid for a hotel for one night, which was Saturday night. So PAX overall was really cool. I'm not a PC gamer, so a decent amount of it was lost on me, but either way, it was really cool. I had been to PAX South before last year for the Open that they had at PAX Arena, but this one just completely blew it out of the water. It was significantly larger. It was like at least 4 times as big as PAX South. It was absolutely crazy. There were so many people. It was so crowded. I was there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and the difference between Friday and the other 2 days was enormous. It was like, okay, we can walk around, but it's kind of busy. And then on Saturday, it was like, oh my god, I literally am just in lines trying to walk to the bathroom. Like, it was really bad. In a good way, obviously, because foot traffic is always good. It was incredibly crowded. It was crazy. You know, it felt like CEO when you have a round 1 pool and there's 700 people in a room that's supposed to have 400 people in it. Like, it was that type of thing. It was absolutely crazy. There were so many booths. It was just everything. There was Rooster Teeth, there was a whole bunch of game stuff, there was Blizzard, there was the Geico Gaming booth, which, by the way, shout out to Geico Gaming, sponsor, let's go. You know, it was really nice to see all that type of thing, and even in that type of environment, I was still able to meet some fans, which was really cool, and people coming up to me taking pictures. One of my favorite things, I actually tweeted about this, was there was a little place that you could take pictures with like your friends and stuff that was just like, kind of automated. It's like click 8, it counts down from 5, and I saw people doing it, and then I suddenly jumped in, just like, bah, and they were like, oh my god, he's him, like, as the picture was being taken. It was really funny. They were like, oh my god, I'm such a huge fan, can I have like a normal picture that's not that one? And it was just really funny, so I like that. I just love interacting with fans personally. I got to meet Panda Global's Hearthstone players, which is Racy and Hot Meowth. Racy ended up winning the Hearthstone tournament, which is super cool. Racy got top 16, so good stuff, guys. Proud of you. I actually spent a lot of time with the Hearthstone guys because when I wasn't, like, obviously, I only had something to do on Sunday. I had meet and greets, but those were 1 hour, 15 minutes each, so it wasn't that big of a deal in terms of, like, the overall time that I'm there. So I spent a lot of time with the Hearthstone guys. We had dinner with OCZ, which is also one of our sponsors. Friday night, which was super nice. I had a great steak, and we had a fish, a seafood tower. It was crazy. There was so much good food, and the cake that was as big as my head. If you follow me on Twitter, you've probably seen it, and if you don't follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. But it's just like, everything was just crazy that night, and it was super fun just being able to like relax with these guys, and that's really where I first got to like know the Hearthstone players that we have. Also some other Hearthstone players, just because they invited some friends and stuff like that. It was really nice. The next day we had lunch with Funimation, which is our new sponsor, and they'll obviously in the social media pendant partner stuff that is always down below. So that was really fun. It was just nice to talk to them, and it was really weird being able to like talk like half business, half anime, or it was getting to know each other, but like their business is anime. We started talking about like favorite animes, and then Kimi no Na wa, or Your Name, that's gonna come out soon. And I'm so excited for that movie to be in theaters. I want to watch it so bad. It's like super prettiness and like a great sound system. It's gonna be great. And then that night, I actually went to dinner with the One Nation of Gamers guys, which is the people that were hosting the Hearthstone tournament for Geico Gaming, and that was really cool because if you follow me on Twitter, you saw like the little cards that they had for like the predetermined menu, because we obviously weren't all going to get normal menus. It was kind of like you have, you know, 3 options for an appetizer, 5 options for an entree, 2 options for a dessert, to make it a little simpler because they could like produce things in like big quantities and have it still be fine instead of like 27 individual orders. So it was just really cute, and the production quality for that was super high, and that's not even getting into the tournament. So the tournament itself was amazing. We had like the PAX Arena, which was used for, I think it was, they had it for Brawlhalla at some point, they had it for Honor for some point, they had it for Rocket League. It was just a really high quality stage with like multiple cameras and like body like stabilizers that people were using. It was amazing just to see it all happen like that, because Smash doesn't have that kind of production quality, and like I don't blame them because it's really expensive. And for right now, Smash, like I feel like if you're going to be expensive and you're going to spend a lot of money on a stage, you can just spend a lot of money on like a 24-hour venue, or like more players, or like a pop bonus or something like that. So I can understand why Smash isn't like super esports when it comes to that, but either way, it was definitely nice to be a part of it. For the bracket, I had to play Larry Lur round 1, and that was a really close set. It was 3-2. I won game 1. He won game 2 and beat me on Lylat game 3. He's very comfortable on Lylat because he has to play in a lot of game 1s. But either way, so he beat me there, and then I 2-stocked him back, and then he 2-stocked me game 5. Fox is such a dumb character. Oh my god, I talked about it in my breakdown. He just has some stuff, and I haven't played Larry in tournament since CEO 2015, and I haven't really played him in a serious set since my Saga, which was more than a year ago, where he like 5-1'd me in a money match. So it was definitely really fun to play him. You know, every time I play a top 10 player, I feel like I either beat them or get really, really close to beating them, except for Dabuz, which I'll get into later. So I feel like I get really, really close to beating them, which is, again, good for my confidence, because it's like, okay, well, I'm going toe-to-toe with the top 10 players, and, you know, I also can beat some, like, the 11 to 30 players, so, like, I feel like I'm really confident I can be there if I just play a little more solid, you know, just get a little less aggressive, things like that. But so I lose 3-2 to him, so I get sent into losers bracket where I have to play Pink Fresh, and as you guys know, I'm very confident in the Bandana matchup, but Pink Fresh was playing really, really well yesterday. He messed up a few things, a few little things. Like one, I think like per game he lost, but obviously I'm messing up too sometimes in the games that he won. So, you know, he played really well. We were playing friendlies when we were warming up, so we both kind of were already we were both already kind of knew what we wanted to do in terms of us playing. So again, it was really just nice to play him. I love the Bayonetta matchup. Pink Fresh in particular is really, really fun to play because he's really creative and he has a lot of cool setups with his A combos. Like, he has better A combos than most of the other Bayonettas, so it was really, really cool. But I ended up winning that 3-2. You know, I just played a little campier game 5 and I got a lead and I was just able to extend it and I ended up winning for that. So I win that. Pink Fresh had a really hard bracket because he lost to 2 of the 3 like Bayonetta Slayers, which would be Zero, myself, and Dabuz. He lost to Dabuz and me for 7th place at this Invitational, so that's kind of rough. And also, I guess the other one would be Tweak. Tweak is super good at the Bayonetta matchup. Holy crap, he makes it look like 6-4 in Cloud's favor, which is crazy. But so that was really difficult for him. And then after that I have to play Mars. By the way, both Pink Fresh and Mars are above me on the PGR, which was kind of nice for me. So I ended up beating Mars 3-1. I obviously have a plethora of Zero Suit Samus experience. I have positive records now on Mars and Nairo. So I'm pretty confident in that matchup. Pikachu definitely wins that matchup. You know, he did some really cool stuff, but I was able to, like, when he was winning, I was able to just play solid, play grounded, and just kind of stick to my game and end up winning. Game 1 I won really solid. I think it was a 2-stock. Game 2 I'm pretty sure he won. But then games 3 and 4 I just remember, like, game 3 I played solid again and I won really, like, handily. And then game 4 was kind of difficult because he was ahead by a lot, but then again I just played kind of solid, kind of defensive, kind of just slow and steady, and I ended up taking that with, like, the weird F-smash thing that you might have seen on the right side Smashville platform. So that was the thing, but so I win that. So then I had to play against Dabuz and Loser Sammys, and as I mentioned a few minutes ago, I don't know what to do versus Dabuz. He's the top 10 player I feel like that I have the most trouble with, because even when I play Ally, like, I hate Mario, but I always take a game, or it'll always be like super last hit almost every game that we play. So Dabuz, I've been 0-5 in games when the recent times that we played, so I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna go Mewtwo because I think Mewtwo wins this matchup. But I'm not really too experienced in it, but I did it against Kirihara at Tokaigi where I lost game 1 as Pika, and then I went game 2 Mewtwo and I beat him, and then game 3 was like, I was winning, and then he kind of just took the momentum and ended up winning off of that. But, so I'm like, okay, let me just try Mewtwo. So we go to Lylat, and I like that stage as Mewtwo. And he just had the lead at the beginning. I didn't do poorly, but again, I'm not super experienced in the matchup, so I'm not spacing around down tilts to try to get tipper down tilts to knock Luma away. Because obviously as Pikachu I have a lot of experience, at least at killing Luma, because I have Xaltis, and obviously Xaltis and Dabuz are like different leagues, but I'm still able to be like, okay, I got the throw, I know to up tilt, turn around, upper, right? I know those type of things. But as Mewtwo, I don't really know 100% exactly what I'm supposed to do versus Luma yet, so as I play more, you know, if I play Xaltis in friendlies, or in tournament, I'll probably go Mewtwo just to get more experience and that type of thing. But either way, so I do that. It was relatively close. I mean, I think it was like a JV2 or like a low percent 1-stock, but either way, like, I proved to myself that I could do some things in the matchup. I just have to, like, clean it up, obviously. And like, he read like an edge cancel that was super good with an up smash to kill me, and I was just like, that was good. So in game 2 I go Pika, and he ends up winning that. I don't remember how close that game was. And then game 3 I end up winning, which was cool because I finally had taken a game from Dabuz after a long time, actually. And then he ended up obviously winning game 4. I think that was pretty close too. But either way, I got 4th. So, you know, I won the 2 matches that, in my opinion, I was favored for, just because I'm really good versus Bayonetta and I'm really good versus Zero Suit. And again, now I have winning records or even records on every Bayonetta and every Zero Suit. So that's kind of nice. And so yeah, so I got 4th, and then the production quality was super high. I loved the MC. Golden Boy is a homie. You know, I met so many cool people this weekend with the Funimation guys, the OCZ people, the Hearthstone guys. Like, it was just so nice to just be able to be comfortable, even though I don't really know those people. And it was a great experience. So thank you to Twitch and to Blur and to D1 and to PAX itself and PAX Arena and everyone that was there for this opportunity. It was really great. And yeah, so I don't really know exactly what type of content I'm going to be putting out soon. I think the next time MVD comes over, I'm going to be recording the actual last 2 parts of the Pikachu guide, so yay for that. I'm sure a lot of people are excited about that because it's been 9, 10, 11 months since I've done an iteration of that, so whoops. And yeah, I think that's about it. As always, social media, pen and partner stuff is down below, and I will see you all next time. Bye.